Hello friends, how is everybody doing today? I just wanted to spend a little time, do a quick video on video number 7 of our crafts to make and sell. This is, like I said, video number 7, except for this isn't on the couch crafts to make and sell. So recently we did a bunch of Instagram promotions and a lot of questions about new sewers who want to start making items to sell. Easy items. Some items take between 10 minutes and some to take an hour. So we've gathered together some items. This is not a DIY, nor is it a infomercial for Vintage Style by Joe. These is just a request for ideas. So let's move this along here. Okay, so here we have some eyeglass cases. These will probably take you 20 minutes to make, and these are your basic eyeglass cases. I should have brought some eyeglasses, but so here we have flannel on the outside, and we have a cotton fabric on the inside. This is a fall pattern. This one just happens to have a little bit of a loop. Some people like these to be able to just, so this is just 2 cotton fabrics. Again, 2 cotton fabrics, just your basic eyeglass case, and the same. This one's a little bigger and it has a clasp, a snap. So you can always add that, or you could just leave it. Some people have different preferences for, you know, their eyeglass cases. Okay. And these are your basic sunglass cases. We have a little sunglasses on our cases. So, okay, I'm just going to put them out to show you the different patterns. And there are a couple of different styles to make. Okay. So these cases have the snaps, right? And most of our sunglass cases have felt on the inside. The softer fabric on the inside is kind of nice to have. This again, just a little fall fabric. Let's see. Oh, this one has a snap, but we covered it up and put a little button on it. But look how cute the sunglasses are for your sunglass cases, right? Okay, so these, yep, this one here is a fall one. Look how pretty the fall fabric is, right? And we just added a little flower on it, and then it has the snap. So these are the ones with the snaps. These are ones that we've used just buttons with a little bit of an elastic on them. So the different assorted patterns. These would probably take you about a half hour to make. So that's it. The thing that would take the longest is, finding the middle for your elastic. But these are really super easy to make. And look at all the fun fabrics and the fun you could have with the different types of buttons. There's a little heart-shaped button because the stethoscopes look like they're little hearts. And then we have the music, and then the cardiograms here. So, all right. So we have our sunglass cases, 2 different types, 2 different styles. We have our eyeglass cases, 2 different styles. Okay, so these here are little cell phone pouches. So we have we have the different types, but with these I don't have any more with the snaps left. I only have these. So these are all buttoned, and all different types of fabrics. So you could play around with these and have so much fun. These would probably take you about a half hour to make. We have some winter ones, some coffee fabric ones. These were actually handmade buttons that we made with some old fabric, but they're definitely so much fun. They're little froggies, and these have felt on the inside as well. Well, most of them do. So again, we have our little EKG, that's what I meant to say, EKG fabric. So, and then with this one doesn't have any padding. This is just a basic. This one has cotton fabric on the inside, and it has a little doggy button to match. So you can really make some really cute things and make money. These are items also that we've had a lot of success with. So just to show you, so we have our eyeglass cases or sunglass cases and our cell phone cases. Each probably take you 20 to 30 minutes. So these here we have are all bookmarks for your books. You can use them in your journals. You can have so much fun with these. This probably take about 10 minutes to make. They're super easy, and look at all the fun patterns. So a lot of the ones I'm showing you today, these ideas, do not require a lot of fabric. So we have our little kitties, right? We have some pretty birds, butterflies, random patterns. We have some cactuses, more kitties, and these were just scrap fabrics that we had in our pile. And these are in assorted sizes too. Some of them are 3.5 by 3.5. These are 2.5 by 2.5. We have the doggies. So there's all different types of patterns that you can have for these. We have little cooking ones, cooking themed ones. These are little vegetables. This one has like little pots and an apron and some sugar on it. Great for cookbooks, right? We have our little ladybugs. So all sorts of patterns. I'm going to show you how they look inside a book. This was just a book that I pulled out. So you'll see it. Right? How much fun is that, right? You close your book and then you have your little bookmark in there, right? And they're so much fun. These are cute little, great little gifts to make. You can make them as gifts for you know, somebody who's an avid reader, right? Someone who's a chef who uses a lot of cookbooks. And again, these are so easy to make. You can look how many, you can make dozens of these in a day. You could probably make about 20 of these in a day. And they're very profitable. People love these. You know, they're just, especially around Christmas, they make cute little gifts to add. You could put it in a stocking, etc. So these are lots of, oh, excuse me, lots of fun. Okay. And then the all never fail hair bows. These you can even just do on the couch. You could just use hot glue. You don't even need to sew these. And you can make, I mean, you can make a pile of these. You could probably make about 20 of these in a half hour. Like I said, you don't even need hot glue. I mean, you don't even need to sew, just use some hot glue. And look at all the great little patterns. If you know somebody who has a little cheerleading team or gymnastics, how cute these are for the girls, right? Okay, so these are the small ones with these have the little hair barrette clips on them. Okay. And these, how awesome are these little bandana fabric ones? These, I just have them in a little pile with a wonder clip. But these just have the elastic in the back. And again, you don't even need to sew these. You could just hot glue them, right? And we just made the backs with coordinating fabrics. There's all different colors for your bandanas, right? So these make great little tiny gifts, little accent gifts, whatever you want to do. And again, these are so easy and very quick to make. And we've had a lot of success with these. So you can sell them in sets of, let's say you want to sell them in a set of 3. You know, you could sell them in sets of 5s, whatever. This happened to be a set of, I think these are 9 of them. But you can never go wrong with any type of hair accent because these are very, very popular. And you'll find that you can't just make a couple. You're going to find that you're going to wind up making a whole bunch of those. And again, the items that we are making today do not require a lot of fabric. So that was one of our main goals as far as trying to have items to make and sell. So you don't want to break your budget. You don't want to go crazy. These are perfect. Okay, so these are actually little, they're in the shape of, these are little coffee or teacup coasters. And these are actually in sets of 4 and they are quilted. So basically what we did was we took our scrap fabrics and we just made one big, I guess you could say, fabric masterboard. And then we just cut out the shape of a teacup. You can get these online anywhere. If you Google teacup patterns. And then we coordinated just a little handle. So not a lot of fabric, right? You just sew all your coordinating fabrics on one big sheet. You could do a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. Use that as a template, right? Sew all of your, quilt all of your pieces together. And here we have our peach collection. Again, we just simply used scraps and we quilted them together. We cut out the shapes and we use solid colors for the backs. And still, you're not using a lot of fabric. So that's one of the good things about these easy products to make and sell. You are not busting your budgets. Use what you have. I'm a big fan of just using what I have. Okay, so, all right. Scissor cases. Everyone always asks me about my scissor case that I use religiously, and they come with me everywhere. So this is the one that I use, and these are just different varieties. So this scissor case here is just like the one I have. So you can put lots of scissors in here. And again, we're not using a ton of fabric either, right? And you can coordinate and go crazy and have so much fun with these because the patterns, at first you might say, well, you know, no, they match and they look great, right? These little French tea roses with the French fabric. And we just added a couple little flowers here. And I added a little button, handmade button that I made, right? So there's that. This is this style. Okay. And we have a little embroidery scissor case here. We just use some simple Velcro, some flannel on the inside. I love flannel and felt, especially for base fabrics because they work great. So for this one, has a pocket in the back. So this is great if you are on the go, right? These are great scissors because they fold up, right? And they work great if you just want to tuck them in here. You put your embroidery scissor in here, right? These work great. Usually I have one in here. I usually have another one, and I put my these big jumbo pinking shears in there. These are big. This was actually purchased at an antique store. This thing is heavy and it just is phenomenal. I don't even know. I think I paid like $2 for it. It's heavy and it works great. It's just like one of my must-haves, but these work great for scissor cases, right? So there's that one. It's similar to mine. So we have our embroidery scissor case with the little scissor pocket on the back. Okay. And then we have these scissor cases. This is just, again, we just use Velcro because you don't want to be, when you're taking out scissors, you don't want to be fiddling with things, right? So this is just a basic scissor case. This is too big for my scissors, but these are great for if you have the larger embroidery scissors, the ones with the bigger handles, or if you have a scissor like this monster, but smaller, right? Some people don't like these big, heavy scissors, but this is just my lifeline. This will cut through just about anything, but this is just a bigger set, and I like to have the bigger scissors, so. But a lot of people have smaller scissors. So again, this is just Velcro, right? It has a little flannel on the inside, and I made a little handmade button with a lily pad on it for the frog fabric. I know that's a little nerdy, right? But that's how I do it. Okay, and this is another one just like that one. So again, we used the tea rose with the Velcro, and this is just a different style. So I just did the fold over, real easy. And this one I put a little, you can add little hooks to it if you are hanging them. Like say if you have a little hook right next to your sewing table or a craft table, you can put a little ring on it, and then something like, something like this. You could just put like this. Or if you're traveling, right, you could put a little key ring on it. These are perfect. It's basically just your preference. And again, look, not a lot of fabric, right? And I'm going to say these are probably going to take about 20 minutes to make. And this one is almost the same. This is like the same version of this, except for you're not folding over the flap. This one is the Magumbas of all scissor cases. Now, this one has a zipper. We have the cotton inside. See, we went a little different, the patterns, but that makes it a lot of fun. And then I added a just a little dangle on here, a little tassel. So this will fit my big scissors. Oh, will it? How come it doesn't fit in there? Oh, sorry guys. I thought it did. Oh yeah, it does. Because I think I use my scissors as a template. So see, you could put your big scissor in there. You could put, if you have your pinking shears, perfect, right? Like these are so heavy. These are old, but, right? And you can actually put a couple different scissors in here, right? You could do like a little scissor case if you're traveling. So these are just different versions. And like I said, they're kind of fun, right? How neat is that? A little vintage furniture. We have a little tassel. It's just have fun with them. This is having fun. This is where, when you are creating, you're making things your own. And that is what I wish for you guys to do. Make it your own. Have fun and because January is get started. Let's get started month. Okay, so these are super, super fun. They're little boxed pouches. See, you can see they're little boxed pouches. Not a lot of fabric, right? Look how cute these are. And these would probably take you a little longer because we've added the zipper on the top. When I first started, the zipper was my nemesis, but I've grown to love them, and I just love things with zippers now. So we've added a little tab here with the key ring. We made them with the little dinosaur fabrics for kids if you want to put crayons in it, whatever, markers. Great for kids of all ages. So we did this for a little girl who wants to put, maybe store some toys or some dolls in here. We added the little tab, right? So that's really, really fun. And then we made larger ones here for baby. How nice for a gift to add to a diaper bag, right? So these are pretty big. These are I don't know what size these are, but perfect little bags for your diaper, to add to your diaper bag. Okay, so moving on, and again, not a ton of fabric. If you're using less than 1/4 yard for this. Okay, so now super easy. I want to show you guys these guys. These are called mug rugs. You can use these as heating pads. And if I tell you this would take you 10 minutes to make, that's a long time. Because these are simply just your basic sewing. That's it. And then we have the solid fabric. So here we have them in sets of 2. So you can use them as tea mats, also known as mug rugs. You can use them as heating pads for your table. How awesome, right? Okay, so we have that. Again, I love frogs. Can you tell? We have our froggies. We have our farmer's market. We have our coffee ones. You can use these for your coffee pots, teapots, right? How cute, Kiss the Cook, right? We've added some fall. How cute are these for your coffee pot, right? So again, very little material, and these are great because they do not take a long time. Okay. All right, so these are our cell phone pouches that we have, right? You could put these on your arm, right? How fun is that? So super cute for spring. We added a little pocket on a little Velcro pocket on the back if you want to put credit cards, right? We just happen to put our business cards in there, but as a sample, but not a ton of fabric, right? This would probably take you about 45 minutes, only because we're adding the pocket. If you're not adding the rear pocket, I'll probably take about 25 minutes. But so worth it. If you want to make something for yourself, you want to make something for a friend, these are great. This is another, a little purse, right? We've added some of our ruffle flowers that we showed you in video number 4 of our crafts to make and sell. And this one has a Velcro on the top, and the whole purse opens. So this is a tuck-in purse. You could put your stuff in here, Velcro it, and then button it here at the bottom, and you're ready to go. It's like a little clutch, right? You put your key fob here or whatever. Perfect. And again, not a lot of fabric. We've quilted we took some scraps, we've quilted them, and we put them together. We popped on some little flowers. Awesome. Then you're ready to go. Oh, we have another little clutch here. We added our, this was also another ruffle flower from video number 4. And this flower is removable. We've added it as a pin. So you can also use it as a hair clip, not a hair clip, a brooch. If you don't want to keep the flower on it, we've added a cute little handle here. These are accents you don't have to add, but they're just some ideas to show you the ideas that you can come up with and the cute things that you can do with all of your stuff. So this is a basic cotton fabric. This is a nice little clutch purse. Very cute. We've added stiff batting on the inside, so this is pretty stiff. So this is a nice solid little clutch, right? I have a little wristlet for your wrist, right? Great pretty little vintage style clutch purse. Okay, so last but not least, I think we're doing 12, right? Yeah. So last but not least, here we are doing our little makeup bags. I don't know if you want to call them, they don't have to be just be makeup bags, but this leads me to another question that we get all the time. So here are our little makeup bags. And again, we're sticking with the theme about the elastic with the little buttons and the flower additions. The little flowers make it so cute. So they're just little makeup bags. You can use them as like a little purse. You stick your wallet in there, a little makeup or something. You could put your key on here, right? So this is our French theme. Okay. So we did the same thing with these guys. These are patterned little purses, right? Okay. And this is a directional fabric. These are our cats. Again, we added a little flower with the button and the elastic with our little key rings here. And these guys. So with these guys, I wanted to give you 2 tips for if you're learning how to sew. So for these bags, we had one of our assistants who wanted to learn to sew, and she's learning how to sew, and I gave her 2 tips, and I said to make your life easier when you're first starting making these is to like with some of these here, the patterns inside fabrics are different, right? But with a couple of these, she made them with the same fabrics inside and out. So the first tip I had was to when you're learning, keep both fabrics to make your life easier, inside and out, front and back, the same, right? So you're not getting confused with patterns and everything, and did I sew this right? Did I mess that up? No. And I also suggested, like with this one, is to use fabrics that are non-directional, right? So you turn these whatever which way and the pattern's still the same, right? So when you are making something with, and this one too, fabric, these are non-directional, right? You're just whatever. When you're using a pattern that has a direction where the cat, like these cats are facing this way, right? So you have the front of your purse with the cats are facing you, right? So this is a fabric that cannot be anywhere else. It has to be this way. So when you're learning how to sew, using fabrics that have no direction, no specific pattern, whatever, makes your life a little easier when you're learning, because you're not worried about, is this upside down? This is upside down here in the back. But when you're looking at your purse, everything that you're looking at when you open your purse is in the right direction. So that's it. That's all I want to say to you guys. And so again, this is not an infomercial. It wasn't a DIY. We were just addressing some of the questions that our followers were asking us about. So I hope this is helping you. I hope we're giving you some inspiration, some ideas to get started and to get motivated, because there's so many wonderful things you can make. Not a lot of fabric, not a lot of time, and they're easy and you could sell them. So before we leave, I wanted to show you some little needle books that we made. I don't know, these would take a lot longer, but I just wanted to give you guys some inspiration. So this is the front of our needle book. We just quilted it. And when you're on the couch, having a needle book is perfect because you can keep all your pins, You can keep your sewing needles all organized. You can keep buttons, and you can keep your threads with you that you need. This just ties here. So having a needle book, you can have some buttons here. You have your little thimble and all kinds of stuff to, you know, just store with you while you're on the couch. So you can put little things in here. So this is a good idea for you if you guys are doing the on the couch series of crafts to make and sell. Having a little needle book, maybe use this as a little challenge for yourself, trying to do a little something for yourself, because these are great to have. It's always nice to make something for yourself. So this is another idea. This is just a little more fancy that I added on here. So this is just hearts, and then we added a little cameo button. So this is a little different. Again, we just use scrap fabrics and just put them all in here. We have our little scissors, our needle threader, our pins or safety pins, right? We have more pins here, right? How much fun is that? And it's a nice little thing that you can make for yourself. So give yourself a little credit and make something for yourself, because sometimes I always forget to make something for myself too. It's like the cook that goes home, the chef that goes home and doesn't want to cook, right? So just a little fun thing to make for yourself. Challenge yourself, make yourself a little needle book. So when you're sitting on the couch, you can put your threads and your pins and your needles all in one little area. And they make really great gifts if you want to make something for someone, right? And again, not a lot of fabric, I always say. All right, guys, I hope this helped you guys to get a little bit more inspired and to get started on your journey to sewing and crafting and journaling. So I think we're going to be doing an 8th video for on the couch flowers. We did 6. This is 7, so we're going to be doing 8 because it came to my attention that there's another type of flower that I forgot to make, and it's these little flowers. So, I mean, these have been around a long time, but just a little flower. So I think that's going to have to be my video 8 of our on the couch crafts. So thank you again so much, everybody, for watching, and thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. So I will be talking to you really soon. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Bye.